Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. Saturday Morning TVLog. Greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to another Saturday Morning TVLog. And this time around, it's Dynomutt, Dog Wonder, brought to us by Hanna-Barbera. Hello again, I'm Doyle, better known as the Big D. Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So, our Saturday Morning TV log is on that zany go-go dog person Dynomutt. Well, it ain't gonna be that easy to explain, but I'm just playing with y'all. Anyway, I grew up watching reruns of it, although it actually premiered in the 70s. Dynomutt originally premiered on ABC in 1976 as part of the Scooby-Doo Dynomutt Hour, featuring Scooby-Doo, who just happened to have been dropped from CBS since Fred Silverman became president of ABC. At that time, yes. So anyway, what's Dynomutt about? Well, I'll tell you all about this here character. Give me one momento. Okay. Now the show is kind of like a Batman type theme tune. I mean, it's not the first to have done something like this. It centers on Batman-esque superhero, the Blue Falcon, and his assistant, a bumbling yet generally effective robot dog named Dynomutt. Robot who can produce a seemingly infinite number of mechanical devices from his body. But of course, sometimes malfunctions too. Well, as with many other animated superheroes of the era, no origins for these characters are ever provided. So, the main character, of course, is the title character, of course, is Dynomutt, voiced by Frank Welker, who got the inspiration for the voice, which almost sounds more like Bullwinkle, but it's much more of the Gertrude and Heathcliff characters of Red Skelton fame. Yep, that's me, Dog Wonder. Yep. Well, he, along with millionaire socialite art dealer Radley Crown, that's Gary Owens, yes, Gary Owens, who of course recently had done voice acting for Hanna-Barbera for Space Ghost, The Perils of Penelope Pitstop, and a few others. But anyway, and of course, the announcer of Rowan Martin's Laugh-In, well, enjoyed leisure time in their base of operations in Big C until alerted by the Falcon Flash. Then they immediately dashed to the Falcon's lair, situated in Crown's penthouse apartment, where they switched to their secret identities. Blue Falcon and Dog Wonder. They received the report via TV screen from the secret GHQ of Secret Agent Focus 1, voiced by Ron Feinberg. They jump into the Falcon car and speed into the fray against assorted evildoers. That's always one of the best parts. Blue Falcon and Dog Wonder away! I love that. I love that. That's about in every single episode. Whew. Now, of course, also like the Batman series, this show does have narration. And in the first 10 minutes of it, it ends with a cliffhanger, of course. But then of course, after the commercial, we'll see him get out of it. But anyway, like many animated series Hanna-Barbera did in the 70s, the show contains laugh track created by the studio. Now, of course, Dynomutt employs a system of miniaturized transistors which allow him to extend his limbs and neck and use them to perform extraordinary feats. However, none of them work properly, and Dynomutt always calls his partner BF for short, which he lovingly refers to him, is more Dynomutt's victim than his master. forever being hamstrung by the latter's insufferably clumsy mechanized mishaps, which often results in Blue Falcon calling him Dog Blunder. Nevertheless, these two are still a great team, and Dynomutt, and Blue Falcon, who of course is equipped with his own arsenal of super gadgets tree, managed to get the situation well in hand. Now, I do like this and all that jazz. Now, of course, some of the episodes have crossovers with Scooby-Doo and the gang. Now, of course, Dynomutt appeared in maybe one or two episodes of the Scooby-Doo show, which of course was the series that aired with Dynomutt. Let's see. Now, I liked most of the episodes. Now, the Scooby-Doo gang appeared in the first two episodes, which was Everyone Hide, HYDE, and What Now, Lowbrow, who happens to be one of the few villains we get to see more than one time. I'll get to that in a moment. Now, of course, in the first episode, they encounter a character called Willie the Weasel, who has created a formula that turns into the sinister Mr. Hyde, and, well, he uses this here substance to create Mr. Hydes out of everyone. But anyway, let's see now. Oh, yes. There's also an appearance by the Muttley lookalike character Mumbly, who that same year got his own show with Tom and Jerry and the Great Grape Ape, both of which premiered the previous year. And of course, the following year they would all be, well, most of those characters would be in Scooby's All-Star Life Olympics. Let's see, now, let me see, I'm just trying to find these. The other episodes Scooby appeared in the gang in, there was episode 10, The Wizard of Ooze, which that was a good episode. And, well, that's all I can find. Sorry about that. Only appeared in some episodes. So anyway, now, of course, there's also some... Now, as for the other villains you see more than once, there's Lowbrow, who is a caveman-like criminal, well, and he wants to become the king of crime and steals some books that will help him on his quest. That happens in What Now, Lowbrow? Next up would be the Gimmick. We'd see him twice. This first appearance was episode 3, The Great Brain Train Robbery. He uses all sorts of gadgets to create havoc in the city. And there's the police that stop him from stealing a train car with a prince inside. The fourth episode has another one, The Worm. Yeah, a talking worm called the Worm. Well, he and his henchmen use a digging machine to spring a couple of characters from the prison to plot to steal a supercomputer. Another episode that had another villain that appeared more than one time was Fishface in the fifth episode, The Harbor Robber. And he plans to steal Big C's oil and hold it for ransom. Now, actually, I have just learned something else. That, Casey Kasem actually did voice Fishface in just one episode. Someone else voiced him in another episode, I do believe, yes. Next up, now here's another villain, Super Thug, who appeared in episode number 7, Don't Bug Super Thug, which that's one of my favorite episodes. He and his henchmen create a super dynamic steel skeleton and plan to use it to steal the city's steel supply to mass produce an army of steel skeletons. Yeah, and the final one I found was the Queen Hornet. That's crazy take on the Green Hornet, but this is actually a woman dressed up as a hornet who really talks in this, kind of a busy sounding, but also sounds like Mae West. Yeah. And boys, yeah. and which the Queen Hornet is episode 9. Now, if you watch closely, you'll hear you'll see they go into this club and they encounter this, and Dynomutt sees this lady singing the theme to the theme song to Jabberjaw, which premiered the same year on the same network, another Hanna-Barbera series. Anyway, now Dynomutt actually had 24 episodes overall. Now, actually, the show originally ran for the first season had 16 episodes, and while there were 4 additional episodes, but in 2 separate parts in Scooby's All-Star Laugh Olympics, there would be so there'd be 8 more cartoons. That would make it 24 overall. 4 more than Jabberjaw had. So, oh yeah, almost forgot. Where do all these other villains come in that I mentioned? I'm glad you asked. They appear in episode 14, The Injustice League of America. That's easily my favorite episode of all of them. I do like other episodes in the series where they take on other villains. Like, of course, the first episode, Everyone Hide. That was a good episode. Let me see. Factory Recall. That's where they encounter a character called Mr. Cool. The Wizard of Oz was a good episode. Well, I actually liked about all these episodes. King Kong, where they take on this here hack movie director who creates a big robot King Kong character called King Kong, and see the awful ordeal with the Head of Steel. That was a good episode. The Blue Falcon versus the Red Vulture, pretty good, and the Liar Than Air Raid, where they take on a villain called the Blimp. Yeah, not bad and all. So, yes. Anyway, now, of course, after that, they would take on 4 additional villains. Those were, well, in the final 4 episodes with two parts: Beast Woman, the Glob, Madam Eight-Face, and the Shadow Man. Now, of course, others they took on were the Prophet. Let's see. And the Wizard of Oz, they take on the Swamp Rat and Mudmouth. And they take on a character called Many Faces in episode 6, Sinister Symphony. That's about it. But even so, I think that Dynomutt Dog Wonder is definitely one of the greats. Now, after being on ABC, he would later be aired on the USA Cartoon Express in the 80s, which is where, of course, I saw him. And then for a long time, he had been shown on Cartoon Network and on Boomerang. So, now, all 16 episodes were featured in the Scooby-Doo Dynomutt Hour Complete series set on DVD. Unfortunately, the remaining 4 episodes have yet to be issued since they aired with the Laugh Olympics, so I don't know. But years later, Dynomutt actually returned with Blue Falcon in the episode Dynomutt, M-I-G-H-T, in Cartoon Network series Dexter's Laboratory, which Gary Owens and Frank Welker reprised their voices. Boy, and Dexter creates a more alternate, vicious-looking version. Well, Blue Falcon's not too thrilled with too much. He told him he wanted the real Dynomutt back, because he wasn't just a goofy idiot sidekick. He was a go-go dog person. Manages to get him, and he's back up and going and saves the day. And Dexter apologizes, and Blue Falcon tells him that it's a goofy idiot sidekick that makes a superhero super. Yeah. He's made slight appearances too. Dynomutt appeared as a picture of him, made a cameo in an episode of the Super Secret Squirrel segment on Two Stupid Dogs. Blue Falcon appeared in an episode of Johnny Bravo. They've even appeared in Harvey Birdman, Attorney at Law, and Robot Chicken, even the Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated series. But soon they would actually be in the 19th film from Warner Bros. Animation called Scooby-Doo Mask of the Blue Falcon. I've seen it, but only once. That's been a few years back. Sorry. Now, of course, we were actually going to be anxious to see Dynomutt on the big screen in Scoob next month, but unfortunately, due to the you-know-what, it's been dropped. However, I have some good news. If you haven't heard yet, Warner Bros. Is planning to release Scoob on video on demand, so that means we will still get to see him. But do you think Ken Jeong will be as good as Dynomutt? I don't know. I've heard just a tiny bit of it since after seeing the trailer, so I don't know. But anyway, oh yeah, almost forgot. After the last Olympics ended, Dynomutt did get rerun during the summer of '78 on ABC, and then a couple of years later, he would be rerun with reruns of Hanna-Barbera's animated series of Godzilla on NBC. And that's that. Those are the reruns. I forgot to bring up. My apologies. So would I recommend this series if you've never seen it? You better believe it. You'll love Dynomutt. I'm sure a lot of y'all have seen it, but just in case if you haven't seen the original series, if you have seen Blue Falcon and Dynomutt's special appearances in the shows like Dexter's Laboratory or Blue Falcon's appearance on Johnny Bravo or whatever, give the original Dynomutt a try. You'll absolutely enjoy it and love it. Now then, if you do remember this series, tell me what you thought about Dynomutt in the comments below. Like and subscribe to my channel as well, and be a part of the Big D Nation, which I am now just a step away from 200 subscribers. So be prepared for that. If I can make it to 200 before the month's over with, a Q&A will be in the works for this summer. So tell your friends about my channel if you want to see some more rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., including more Saturday morning TV logs. Anyway, join me again next Saturday morning when I do another Saturday morning TV log special, which will be ranking my favorite Saturday morning shows of the 1990s. Which this one's going to be a little harder than the 80s one. Because I'm still trying to put some last minute tweaks in it before I do the ranking. But anyway, thank you again for watching. Now, if you liked what you saw, you can check out the last 3 Saturday morning TV logs I did. In the upper left-hand corner is my review of the Lovable Blue Smurfs. The upper right-hand corner is the Saturday morning TV log for the Biscuits. And the bottom left-hand corner is last week's Saturday morning TV log of the Shirt Tales. In the bottom right-hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe for more fun with yours truly, the Big D. So until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.